It's important that we know our capabilities as African Americans, but it's also important that you know that it was not easy. I had many, many obstacles that my white counterparts did not have. I had many, many people that were more invested in the status quo staying the reality than they were in accepting the change that I represented. And as a consequence, they and some organizations did really despicable, deplorable, horrible things to try to make sure the Elliott Connie brand and the Elliott Connie, like the inertia that was Elliott Connie over the past 12 to 15 years, didn't happen. I had to experience hate, oppression, attacks. I had to stand up for what was right. I had to risk my career on multiple occasions. And I say that because it's important that we know, like, this is not luck. This was as a result of really, really hard work, but also real stubbornness to make sure I could overcome the obstacles placed in front of me. I think it's important that we represent that. I think it's important that we recognize that, because I think as Black people, as a culture, there's always more obstacles in front of us than other people have to experience. And it requires a level of stubbornness and it requires a level of fortitude to get through it. If you look in our past, the past of the African American culture is riddled with really successful people who've been able to overcome obstacles and accomplish greatness. But I think it's also really important that we continue to create Black history by accomplishing our own greatness and by allowing those historical figures and accomplishments to inspire us in real time, and recognize that we are also inspiring a generation of people that come before us. To this very day, I get multiple emails every single week from Black students in graduate school telling me, keep going. We see you. We recognize you. You matter to us. Representation matters. When I was in graduate school, not that long ago, there were no African Americans that showed up in our textbooks. Literally zero. And I found that appalling, absolutely appalling, because that wouldn't be tolerated in any other field, in any other industry. But in the field of psychotherapy, it was tolerated. It was not just tolerated, but it was actually promoted. It was actually, the system was built for that to be true.